What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be installing this massive radio from iDoing into my 2016 Toyota Camry. Thank you so much for iDoing for sending this radio out. So let's get started. Alright, so let's get this thing open. Let's see what's in it. This thing should be plug and play for the Camry here that I'm installing it on. Got all the wiring harnesses, some plastic trim tools, everything to get this thing plug and play. Well, that was a very interesting way. But let's pop this thing out. Alright, you guys, so I got this thing unboxed and out of the packaging. This thing has a freaking massive 10-inch display. I believe it's actually a little bit bigger, 10.2 whatever, but 10-inch display on this thing. So, and this is strictly for this model Camry because of the bezels on this. So, and then it also comes with things that are specifically for this Camry, so that way the steering wheel controllers work, the volume controls, the backup camera, everything like that works. So let's hop into the car and start taking things apart. Alright guys, so I gotta say, I already have a pretty big screen in this Camry, but I bought this thing, I don't know, 4 years ago or something like that, and for the first year I had it, it was great, but then after that first year, I had nothing but, like, I don't want to call them big problems, but it always froze up on me. Every time I used Apple CarPlay, it would freeze up on me. Then I would have to stick something into the little reset hole to try to unfreeze it, then reboot the whole thing. When iDoing reached out to me, they asked me if I needed another radio. I said, of course I'm gonna need a new radio in my Camry. So that's what they hit me up with and got me this brand new radio. So let's start taking things apart and then throwing in a new radio. I mean, for this Camry, it's pretty simple. I mean, obviously I just popped that off. There's a couple screws here, then I believe there's a couple screws behind the dash. Got to move this to neutral. Park and brake on. Then for anybody wondering how to pop this off, it literally just clips to the shift knob and then you just press down on the boot and spin it off. There's going to be a couple more screws to get this out. Alright, so pretty simple so far. Some 10 millimeters here, and then there's also two 10 millimeters underneath. Alright, so got the 4 bolts out from underneath. Alright, this thing will just come undone with the 500 harnesses in the back. Pretty much we're just going to start disconnecting all the harnesses to get this radio free. And I know it looks like a mess, but none of these connectors are the same. Can't really cross them with each other. All right. Wow. Okay. Got that all freed up. All right, so let's hop out of the car. We got to swap the AC controls over to the new unit, and then we got to swap out this bracket over to the new unit as well. Let's do that real quick. All right, you guys, so I got the radios out of the car. Now I need to transfer over my climate controls over to the new one. Which should be pretty simple. There's just a few screws on the back of this, and then we'll swap them over to the other ones. Alright, looking at it too, it looks like these clips are not on, so I'm taking them from the old one and snapping them off. Alright, let's go throw this thing into the car and get it all plugged up and see what it looks like. Now that we've got the climate controls all swapped over, we can start plugging in a lot of the accessory cords that go with this. So this comes with a 4G antenna. I'm not going to use that because I don't plan on connecting any cellular data to it. But you got your GPS antenna that will route up in the dash over there. And you can run these anywhere you want. I drilled the hole last time I put my other radio in for the glove box. Let's also screw this in too real quick. And then this screws in to GPS here. Now we should be ready to throw this in. And what's nice too about with the iDoing radio, I know on my last one I had to use a wiring harness. All these plugs plug into the back of the radio, so you don't have nearly as much of a mess of wires, so that is what's nice. But I mean, there is 2 harnesses that you got to plug in, but all the rest plug right into the back of the radio. There's not a lot of room to get this in here. All I'd say, just make sure you keep the screen protector on so you don't scratch up your screen. And that should be everything. Now we'll tuck all these wires in the back. And that should be everything. These go to the bottom over there. Alright, let's start the car. Let's see how this thing powers on. Alright, AC is still working. So let me figure this things out real quick and then I'll get right back. Alright guys, so I got it all set up in here. It's looking good. Everything seems to be working fine. Go into reverse. Got my backup camera. I was messing with it. I got wireless CarPlay working. Awesome. Can't believe that it comes straight like from factory with wireless CarPlay, so you don't even need a wire or anything like that. I checked the USB from factory and it looks like it's working perfectly fine. So you can still charge and everything with that. AC controls pop up on the radio. I checked the radio. I'm getting signal. Volume is working on the steering wheel controls. I can change the station, change songs with the radio control. So everything seems to be working great. I didn't try Bluetooth yet. I mean, I don't need it if I have wireless Apple CarPlay working. So let's button everything back up and let's dive into all the features in this radio. got this radio fully installed, everything looks good, and do I have to say it looks amazing in this car. So I know my other one, it looked good too, but the screen on this one looks super crispy, or like high definition. It looks really good. So let's dive into show you guys some of the features on this radio. One of my best features, or my favorite features on this, Apple CarPlay. It comes standard with wireless Apple CarPlay. So I'm not connected at all whatsoever with a wire, and I have my Apple CarPlay running. It works great. I mean, you can listen to music, everything looks good. Maps, everything. So that's the biggest thing on this radio that I love. So that's probably one of the only things I'm really going to use on here, because I mean, it has my music, my maps, everything like that. So, but it comes with Bluetooth. You can get music, like plug in a USB if you want. The radio, it works. It's a radio. I don't listen to the radio often, so, but I checked it, it works. Some of the stations I do listen to do come in, so that is a nice thing to have every once in a while if you ever need it. The navigation on here, it's not set up. I don't have it set up yet, but I'll have to see if the maps are pre-downloaded on here or not. If they're not, I'll have to probably talk to iDoing and see if they will send me over the maps, so that way I can download them on here and have offline maps. So if you're ever in a place that has horrible cell signal or something, it's always nice to have offline maps. Obviously you got all your apps, Bluetooth, steering wheel controls work, so you can, I mean, depending on where you're at in the thing, you can skip songs, you can turn your volume up and down. This is a home button, I don't know. Oh, you can switch, I don't exactly know, but I know you can also, you can go back, you can go to the home screen, but you can set these buttons to do whatever you want in the settings. So if you wanted to change your steering wheel controls, you can go, not exactly sure. I've only messed with this a little bit. I think general steering wheel settings, and then you can just press the button on the steering wheel, and then it will tell you to push one of these buttons, and then it will learn what you want to do on there. So when I first installed this, my volume up and down was not doing anything, so I went in here and I just set my volume up and down, so that way they were working with it. Then you'd hit the check mark and then you're good to go. So you can change any of the buttons you want on here to match whatever you want, like open up a specific app or do anything like that. So then you got your equalizer, you can change all the things you need, move the sound around. You can hook up an external sub and amp very easily to this. It's all plug and play. You don't have to do any hard wiring or anything like that. You can all plug it right back into here, but I do not have one on this car specifically. I did do one on my Corolla. If you want to take a look at that video, I know it's somewhere down in my Corolla playlist. But yeah, you can adjust everything on here, which is awesome. And also one thing too, it almost seems like the sound quality sounds better with this one versus my old radio that I had over there. So that's a plus too. I don't know, I guess it's just a newer radio, so the amplifier and everything that's in the back of the radio is a little bit better, but that's a plus too. I mean, there's honestly just so many things on here. I mean, you can obviously download YouTube and watch YouTube videos. You got the Play Store on here. You can download pretty much any app you need. All your vehicle settings are still in here, so you can see your trip info, history, what you're getting before. I guess it shows, let me see. Oh. Well, it literally shows you what doors are actually locked and unlocked. That's actually a really cool one. I didn't see that on my old radio at all. Also, if you didn't see, when I open up a door, it pops up on here. When I open up the trunk, everything like that. It also shows your engine RPMs, outside temperature. That I'm gonna have to try to figure out too, is how to get it to Fahrenheit. I do not know Celsius that much. TPMS sensors, it shows on this screen too, as well as on this screen. So obviously it's just reading the same thing, but it's really cool to have over here. But yeah, you get all your normal vehicle settings that were on the stock radio on this radio, so that's a plus as well. Oh, something else too, this is running Android 10? Yeah, it's running Android 10. So that's a plus. That's really nice. It's very fast. This unit is quick, very responsive. I mean, you click on anything and it opens up quick. And you can get up to all your files, do whatever you need to do. This unit has all sorts of different random audio files and stuff on here, so very unnecessary, but it comes with it. Then you can pull down, got reboot option, standby, clean the memory, do all that fancy stuff. Airplane mode, Wi-Fi, you can connect it to the internet if you need to, so you can download apps and everything like that, or you can use your phone as a hotspot and connect it over to your phone. It's an awesome radio, and you got all sorts of different settings you can mess with. This also, when you turn on your headlights, the lights come on, screen dims a little bit. I mean, it's got all sorts of different settings on here. So, and this is the lantern settings. That they call it lantern. It's literally the lights on the side over here. So I mean, you can change it to whatever color you want, or auto loop, and it'll just go through all sorts of different colors. I'll keep it blue. It matches the color of the car, so I'll keep it blue. That's pretty much everything on this radio. So if you guys got any questions, or if you guys want to purchase one of these, I'll leave a link to iDoing's Instagram down below, or I'll pop it up on the screen right here. If you're interested, message them. They're very quick to respond to any of your messages or whatever. So if you're very curious if they sell a radio for your car or want one for this specific Camry, they'll definitely be able to help you out over there. I mean, they're great. Their service is excellent. I had a question on this and they got back with me within like an hour. So if you ever need to message them or whatever like that. So they're really great. Thank you so much for iDoing for sending this radio out to me. It's amazing. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up this video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks so much for iDoing for supplying me this really nice radio for my Camry. So again, if you guys are very interested in getting a radio from iDoing, I'll be leaving a link to their Instagram down below. So just DM them and message them and tell them the make and model of your car, and they should be able to hook you up with whatever you need. So thank you guys so much for watching. So don't forget to, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys are not new, don't forget to smash that like button and get this video going in the algorithm. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.